Hello, welcome to the video series for the subject, Fundamentals of Economics, EEC-11. This video focuses on the first chapter of the subject. In this video we are going to take a look at a summary of the first chapter. If you have any questions regarding the topic, feel free to ask your questions in the comments sections below. Now let's dive into the contents. We have discussed in this unit what constitute the central problems of an economy. All of us living in any society at any stage of its historical development, society always face an economizing problem. Our desires and wants are unlimited in the sense that even if certain desires are fulfilled, some new desire keeps arising with the progress of our society through time. Creation of desires and wants are endless continuous process. However, even if some desires are fulfilled, because of limitations of means we cannot satisfy all our desires at the same time. This is true for any individual in isolation as well as for the society of individuals living in a given milieu. Hence Lord Robin's definition of economics not only attains significance but is also very appropriate. Economics deals with the act of economizing. It is the conflict between limited means and unlimited wants that give rise to scarcity, and hence the economic problem of making a meaningful choice from among the alternative uses of means to satisfy a part of the unlimited human desires. Scarcity is a relative concept and is faced not only by poor countries but even the most developed countries of the world. There is scarcity of means in relation to wants in India as well as in USA, but the nature of wants as well as the means could be different. The exercise of a meaningful choice could be illustrated by using the technique of a production possibility curve. The conflict between means and ends, that is, their wants, gives rise to the following central problems. 1. What goods are to be produced with the limited means? Should the economy produce more of food or more of luxury motor cars? Should the economy produce more for exports or more for domestic consumption? 2. How the goods are to be produced. In other words, how the scarce resources are to be combined to produce goods required to satisfy human wants. This is something to do with the choice of production methods. For instance, between labor-intensive methods and capital-intensive methods. 3. For whom the goods are to be produced. In other words, once the goods are produced for final consumption, the problem remains as to how to distribute them to the consumers. Should the goods produced be distributed more to the poorer consumers or more to richer consumers? We have concluded our discussion of Unit 1 with the distinction between positive economics and normative economics. Just to recollect, positive issues deals with scientific issues, like how price of a commodity is determined, while normative economics deals with ethical issues, like how should a fair wage be determined in the economy? In positive economics no value judgments are involved. In normative economics we essentially deal with the value judgments, which are subjective in nature. Value judgments are ultimately derived from one's ideological position in the society. Some key words to be noted in this unit. Capital, all man-made non-labor resources, reproducible, are included in the factor capital. It represents part of society's output, which is not consumed currently but set aside to be used in the productive process sometimes in the future. It includes the stock of man-made real physical goods, like machines, plants, equipments, buildings etc. Economics. The word economics has Greek origin. Oikos plus nomos meaning home and law. The principle of household management. The word economics has something to do with economizing on the use of means to attain ends, since means are scarce and limited. Ends, the objective pursued by human beings while being engaged in economic activities. Enterprise, a firm is an organization formed for the purpose of producing goods, or a firm, and services to be sold in a market. Firms purchase resources, inputs, organize their use in production and market the goods produced. In the process firms take risks. Activities within a firm are based on the principle of cooperation and division of labor. Goods, material means of satisfying human wants, desires and needs. The terms goods, products and commodities are used interchangeably and as synonymous in economics. Labor as a factor of production includes the mental and physical powers, abilities, of human beings. Land, all free gifts of nature and natural resources are included in the factor of production. Land. Means, the instruments or resources used in attaining the perceived objectives. Normative economics deals with ethical issues, questions and problems. For instance, should unemployed people be given doles? Should government control prices? Positive economics deals with scientific issues and questions. For instance, what goods are to be produced and how they are to be produced. It analyzes and solves economic problems without bringing in value judgments. Production Possibilities Curve, PPC. The locus of output combinations which a firm or an economy can produce using technically most efficient methods of production and allocating resources in an economically efficient manner, given production functions, input prices and endowment of resources. Scarcity. Human needs outstripping availability gives rise to scarcity, that is, the imbalance between ends and means. Scarcity is a relative concept and not an absolute concept. Wants, desire for goods, material objects and services. Wants become demand when they are expressed in the market backed by willingness and ability to purchase. With all that said, we are going to wind up this tutorial for now. This was a brief lecture based on the first unit. We will continue this tutorial over next lecture, with more additional topics. Check out the link below for the next tutorial video. If you want a video tutorial about a specific topic, you can request below in comments. If you have any questions regarding the topic, feel free to ask your questions in the comments sections below. Click subscribe button to follow this course, and to get notified when the next lecture video gets out.